in your experience, what would you say someone in my position needs to do to make sure that that exact culture that you want is adopted?
Yeah. I think the key thing there is communication, right? So where it normally falls apart is, like you're saying, you know your stance and you know the kind of organization that you're molding and building. But my question to you would be, how well do your people know that? Because that's ultimately going to determine, how successful it is, how successful you will be in integrating that. So the minute you make them understand, it's not just making them understand. And again, that's what I would tell a CEO. It's not just making your people understand, but making them part of this journey. If you call me and say, I want to create a space, right, guys? I want to create a space. Or rather, let me say it like this. If you call me to a meeting and say, Lerato, this is my organization and this is how I'm going to run it. You have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is how we're going to operate going forward. I can sort of like really tell you right there that you're going to fail, right? But if you call me into a meeting and you say, Lerato, I want to create a space and I want to find out from you, what do you think would take this organization forward in your role, whatever capacity that you're operating at? How do you see it moving forward? And then have those conversations with those people. Obviously, you won't be, depending on the size of your organization, right? If you have a very big corporate, then you're going to have it potentially with your senior leaders or your managers. But, if you're smaller, then you can potentially have it with every employee, right? And say, how do you see us shaping and shifting? This is what I'm trying to get to. What do you think you can do to get us there, right? Because then it stops being about my CEO wants this. My CEO said that, right? It starts being about, I want this for myself. I see where we're going. The minute you can shift culture from they said, I don't know if you know that, I call it the they say effect. So when you have employees saying they say, they're talking about senior managers, the senior managers, those people, the minute you can change employees from sounding like that to we, and speaking like we're part of this thing, the minute that you can make that change, the easier it is to integrate whatever culture that you want to. And as a CEO, I would say that's where your starting point would be.